life be kind.
Then watch us from above.
We hope so we'll find another soul to love.
Let this be our prayer.
Just like every child.
Just like every child.
Needs to find a place.
Guide us with your grace.
Give us faith so we'll be safe. Ikaw maluwa,
Three things for a longer life and happier family. Wash your hands, wear your mask, stand apart. In our family, we've got keiki, we've got kupuna, and we're always conscious about how close we are to people, especially for me. I'm high risk as a cancer survivor. So it's about the we, not the me. It's a kako thing. So make sure that you stand together by standing apart. E na hoa makamakamai, Hawaii nui o kea via hiki ni ihau kahelelani. Na kamaina, na malihini aloha. Yay! It's Aloha Friday. We have one dancer in the house. We say hello to our other solid brown dancer, Tracy, who has the day off, and we hope that she is well dancing wherever she is.
She never has the day off.
She never has the day off? No? Okay. Hey, we're glad you're with us. We're glad we're here. It's been so crazy getting into today's show that we're going to apologize for a couple of things right off the top of the show. First of all, they are doing some building in the studios next door. We're not sure of what they're doing, but we know that they're building because we've already heard some of the noise when we peeked around the corner, and there's definite construction going on. So you will hear some noises as we go through the show today, and thank you for bearing with us. Also, our crew has been running around like crazy doing different things, including Christmas shopping. So we also, you'll see some things that'll pop up and go, oh, I guess there's not enough stuff there today. So just to kind of let you know. Inside of the green room already, we have Miss Hawaii USA 2020. Allison Chu's already in there. Allison, wait, let me wave hi to you. Just wave hi. Yeah. There you are. Nice to have you here. She is waiting in the green room. We will talk story with her within minutes. We appreciate that. All right, so let's get back over to here, back over to me. Boy, I can already tell this day's going well. Oh, look, we have logo. We just don't have a picture of me somewhere in there. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's take a look outside. That's Waimea Bay. It's looking nice. It's sunshine. the weather is nice today, so we are thankful for that, and we will get ourselves into today's show. Let's go ahead and say hi to some people that are already here. Stacy Koule has already said hello. As a matter of fact, she has already stepped into the comments, and can we bring the comment back up? There she is, okay. We'll bring the comments down just a little bit. Alcian Clegg is also here, and I'm sure that this comment, so beautiful, was not for me. I think that was during the music video that you just saw. By the way, that was Ho'okena, along with some very special guests like Amy Hanaili. You saw a whole bunch of people there. We'll put the links after the show down below in the description, so that way you can find the video and watch it on your own accord. And happy Friday to you. Glad to see you here. Orlando, Florida is in the house. Thank you very much. Gail has some information for us. Of course, Gail is in over on the Mauna Wili side. Both of us used to be together in Rotary, and she puts up steel guitar showcase that is happening on Facebook. There you go. 3 to 5 Hawaiian Standard Time. Gail, we thank you for that. In the meantime, Ku'u, how are you? Ku'u wanted to see me, and she was over there, over on the Papamakeke. Knew that I was arriving for the show. Ran back, and then all of a sudden we ran towards each other, and we stopped because we knew that we couldn't hug each other because she's a part of our crew. She's just outside that bubble, and so we're always conscious of that. There's the Billy V Live bubble, there's the broadcast bubble for Hawaii News Now, there's the Hawaii News Now, and we're kind of strict on keeping those. It's kind of like NBA and some of the other teams that have been doing that. Football team, by the way, congratulations to them. They're going to a bowl game. More on that later on in the broadcast. So, Ku'u says, it's kind of quiet, so no Tracy. Yeah, Tracy tends to be loud, yes. Yeah, you know I'm going to get cracks for that one, yes. I didn't know that Del Beasley was on here. Del, how are you? Just saying hi to you. And, oh yeah, that music video was definitely beautiful. So we will get to, and yeah, she was stalking that stalker, and she cried, I know, but love you, and soon we get through all of this, and we'll all be able to have a group hug somewhere. Rie is here, just back from Kuana's Zoom hula lesson. Oh, wow, that's awesome. So you were with Kuana on Zoom on the internet. That's cool. There is a show that is coming up tomorrow that is from the island of Maui, and we'll get into that with weekend events, but just know I'm going to be mentioning Willie K a little bit later on in the broadcast. And yes, tell her we miss her. I'm assuming you're talking about Tracy. Huh? Loud? Is Tracy on? Is she on from somewhere else? She's probably on.
She might be online.
Okay, so hi Tracy, nice to see you. Lovely to have you on the show. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's show. But as we let you know, we take a look outside. Okay, there you go. While we have the music, and we'll show you the courtesy up there in just a little bit. There it is. Music by GB Del Barrio. We're going to listen to this music for a little bit because we're going to talk to him coming up in just a little while. And this is just some of the music that he makes. We'll take a listen as we watch the waves come in at Waimea Bay on the north shore of Oahu. We'll listen for about 30 seconds here. Funny, Tracy. Funny. And while we show you what that looks like, Darty Gamayo over in Honoka'a says it's a wet day. Of course, being that she's in the Waipio side, that shouldn't be too particularly different. But Big Island's been getting some big-time rain in the overnight and early morning hours and into the day. So hello to Darty Gamayo. Stay dry out there. All right, there you go. You're watching Billy V Live. All right, here we go. Let's get into some news right here now. We'll get back to the cameras coming up in just a couple of moments here. We've noticed some cancellations of Christmas shows and events. There was supposed to be Josh Totophe's Christmas show. That was canceled according to a post by Josh Totophe. And let me see here. As we go ahead, we'll kind of bring that up for you because we were all talking about it even here in the studio. There is a look. Let's see if we can bring that up here. There we go. This is from Josh Totophe's Facebook page, and he says, many of you may not have already received the cancellation notice of their dream Christmas show. Our team and production crew have done all we can to prepare for the shows. And they say that they're doing it out of safety. And so then you see posts like this. Mahalo, Josh, for demonstrating safety for our community and your loved ones. We need more examples for our community to follow. Then we noticed that Maoli's CD release party, which was supposed to happen at 5:45 this afternoon start time. This is from Maoli's page. You can see that event was canceled as well. And their event was supposed to go into the evening, but their website say that is for the safety and well-being of the general public. So just reporting that there have been a couple of cancellations of shows that we have noticed here. Meanwhile, the live shows do continue. So we will keep an eye on that for you as we go throughout the evening and through the weekend here on Billy V Live and also at Hawaii News Now. Let's go to the green room and bring her out from the green room and talk story. We had a chance to share with Allison Chu, who is, she's Miss Hawaii 2016 forever. Always will have that title. That will never go away. But she has another crown and another title, and it's Miss Hawaii USA 2020.
I was home. Thank God I was home. And I'm so grateful because I had leftover scholarship from Miss Hawaii that was going to expire this semester in the spring. So I came home and I just continued to work towards my prerequisites.
And what I did was I asked her about, what she had been doing during the COVID time and how she was occupying her time here in the islands.
It was really a huge blessing in disguise because at first I really wanted to finish my prerequisites, but I wasn't sure if this was the right time or, I was really having a lot of fun in New York, but I'm truly so grateful I came home, and it's been nice spending quarantine and COVID with my family and just kind of getting to bond with them again because I've been away for so long that it feels nice to be home and just, enjoying the beach and hanging out with friends and family.
So I asked Allison, what was it like to be competing during COVID?
Oh my gosh, it was so different, especially performing on stage and answering my question. That you have no audience to kind of gauge how you're doing, and even when I was doing bikini or evening gown, I kind of have to cheer myself on and pump myself up to give myself that confidence and show that to the judges. And it's funny because even when I answered my onstage question, I almost thought I messed up or I had no idea how I did because I answered my question and then I put my mic down and nobody's clapping. So I'm like, oh my gosh, did I mess up? I have no idea, but I'm just so grateful that, I answered my question decently after I watched it and saw what I said.
Okay, so you win, and this is always the question that you always get asked. So what happens the moment they call out your name and you find out that you win the title?
Oh my gosh, I was just in shock, and especially the pageant. It looks like it was filmed on one day, but it was actually filmed on two different days, and they had a pre-taping day because they can only have so many people in one room, and we had to come at designated times. So pretty much when we filmed, it was like a week later. And so I kind of had all this anticipation and nerves built up. And at that point, I felt like I had finished a marathon and I'm like, oh my gosh, I truly couldn't believe it. And I was just so just so thankful that, you know, all of my hard work had paid off, and everybody who had helped me along the way, you know, I could be able to make them proud and do things, hopefully, you know, give back to my community, of course.
Okay, so, you know, with that, you know, what is she going to do with this next year that she has holding the title of Miss Hawaii USA 2020?
I definitely want to continue to give back. And, you know, even though we have COVID, I feel that there still are ways to contribute to your community. Like this past weekend, I just volunteered and performed for the Kaimuki High School Performing Arts Center. And that was an art center that I've been a part of since I was 7. So we had our own COVID-friendly concert where everybody on the lawn was in different little zones, and I was able to sing and, you know, be able to help raise money and give back to my community. So I definitely want to continue to do that, and definitely, you know, work towards the crown and hopefully bring home the crown at Miss USA. That would be amazing.
All right, once again, Allison Chu holding on to 2 titles right now. Well, actually, Miss Hawaii Forever 2016, but Miss Hawaii USA 2020. So, you know, some people ask what's the difference between the two. I do know that Miss Hawaii is a scholarship pageant, and I can tell you that for Miss Hawaii, they go on to compete for Miss America. Miss Hawaii USA, notice the difference there. She goes on, and if she wins, then she becomes Miss USA, and then she goes on to compete in the Miss Universe pageant. So definitely some differences there, but once again, you see Allison Chu there. Congratulations to her. Just before our show, we were able to catch up with Jake Shimabukuro, and, you know, he has got a new title. Let's go ahead and, this is our conversation from earlier. With us on this Aloha Friday is the one and only Jake Shimabukuro. Yay!
Hey, what's up, man? Happy holidays, Billy.
Jake, nice to have you join us. You are adding the title of television host to your many plethora of things that you do. So this is exciting for someone like me. Tell me about Mele'ae.
Oh no, it's an exciting program. It means raise the music, and it's with Olelo. They're using their amazing Studio 1122 to kind of give, you know, an emerging artist, a young artist who loves writing songs, a platform to showcase their talent. And it's so exciting. You know, it's gonna be I think it's gonna bring awareness to a lot of the young talent that we have here in Hawaii.
Okay, so this sounds exciting. Is this for anybody? Is this just for kids? Who's this for?
Yeah, really anyone. But the main thing is, you know, it's got to be original music. You know, we're not going to accept any covers. And you can, all you have to do is submit a video, like a video audition. And you can submit it to olelo.org/auditions. And yeah, and we're going to select 3 winners for each program. You know, it's going to air once a month. And this program is going to highlight these 3 different artists, you know, for the first season. So it's going to be very exciting.
Wow. So this gives somebody FaceTime, professional setting, plus they get to interact with you guys, which is just amazing. And you're kind of stepping outside of your box to be a TV host. Have you done any talk stories with anybody, or have you asked any questions yet, that kind of thing?
No, you know I'm going to be calling you up for advice, man, because you're the best. So I want to take lessons from you. But I'm honored that they asked me. I've been doing a lot of work with Olelo and Sanford Inoue and their whole crew there, man. They're just so great. They're so world class. And so I think, you know, when we take these young talented individuals and put them on that stage with the lights and state-of-the-art sound system, I think it's not only going to inspire them to pursue their passion, but it's also going to inspire, you know, everyone watching. And so I think it's a wonderful program that's just going to bring a lot of positivity, you know, into our community.
All right, Jake Shimabukuro on the road on this Friday. And once again, give us that URL for anybody who wants to audition and make their video for this.
Yeah, so make sure it's got to be original music, and it's just olelo.org/auditions. So make sure you check it out. The first show is going to air on January 24th. So
Okay.
I'm really excited.
That's right around the corner. Jake, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Love to your family, and happy holidays. Jake Shimabukuro.
Hey, same to you, man. All right. Take care, Billy. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
All right, Jake Shimabukuro for you. Hey, if you like Jake, put some comments. Throw some thoughts in the comments. I'd like to hear if you've had a Jake Shimabukuro moment. Just want to talk about Jake for a couple of moments. He was just part of Shriner's event. They do Snow Day over there, but Ukulele Friends Hawaii. It's not necessarily ukulele. Okay, Brian Tolentino. It was his idea. He wanted to do kind of like a mob, flash mob. And he wanted to do it to benefit somehow some nonprofit organization. Somebody talked to him about Shriners, and next thing you know, this is a couple of years that they've been doing it, and they get 30 to 40 ukulele players. And I'm not just saying just any ukulele players. I mean, we're talking, everything from Dr. Yasui to there's a whole bunch of people. Brittany, Lena Girl, I saw her out there. Kuuipo Kumukahi, just a whole bunch of people. And if you ever get a chance to, I think it's on Thursdays, go on the Facebook page to Ukulele Friends Hawaii. Go look that up and go find that. You talk about guys with aloha. I was a guest on their show. Okay, so this is what impressed me about them. I go be a guest on their show, and I've been a guest on several shows, either podcasts or this or that. And Ku says, remember Jake at the Hokus in the 90s? Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah. He cried. He cried through that whole thing. Stacy's, yeah, Jake does inspire. So I was telling you a story about Jake, and I got sidetracked. Where was I see, this is what happens when you... podcast interviews. So I go, thank you very much. See, that's the reason why I have producers to keep track of me. So I do the show, Hawaii Ukulele Friends, or Ukulele Hawaii Friends. And I'm on there, and we do a show. It was like the best time. They asked me hard, difficult questions. And it was awesome. But then I got in the mail a letter from the group. And I opened it up, and it was just a nice letter, a thank you letter from them, saying, thank you for being on the show. The viewpoints you gave were so dynamic. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you turn it over, and it was signed by every one of the people that was there as panelists that were part of the broadcast that day. And I thought, wow, that is class. So I got to bump up my class game because those guys are on it. I was impressed by that. Just know, ukulele guys, keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome. Look forward to doing more stuff with you. All right, we got more on the show. And by the way, more Jake comments. And Jake's watching, by the way. He says he's going to watch a little bit later on after the broadcast is done because he's on the road. So, Jake, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you very much. Okay, so when we were showing you Live Look Outside, we were playing nice ukulele music, right? So I met a while back a gentleman that does compositions, music. And when I had heard about Gibi de Barrio, I was curious because they say that he's talented, different genres of music. And I'm like, okay, I know a lot of entertainers that do different genres of music. So I asked him a bunch of questions, and I'll share the parts of the interview that I had. Coming up after the show, we're going to post the whole interview up so you can take a listen. But Gibi del Barrio, got a chance to talk with him, interview him, and my first question was, where did music for you start? What age?
I grew up in a very intense musical family. I'm a third generation composer, so I was actually raised in a studio. I have a large background of different genres that I was influenced by, but as a kid, viscerally, I'm a metal rock and roll guy. That now has folded into many different genres, but I also enjoy classical. I'm a very big fan of old school Hawaiian music, Gabi Nui, and that actually kind of fused itself in there early because of my mother, in the 70s and stuff. So I have a broad range of likes, but I'd have to say I'm a metal guy.
Which is cool. I like the way that, but there's other stuff that he enjoys. Metal, but Gabi Pahinui, and that's absolutely awesome. So I asked him, which is stronger? Is it writing music or is it writing lyrics?
You know what? I really did try to be like a singer, and I wanted to write songs. I think, like most of us go through this transition, but I found myself really well wrapped around instrumental music, which led into composition for media throughout my my life so far. But yeah, I would just have to say that the instrumental aspect of my life is what's really at the forefront. And so that's what led me into writing, like I said, from media all the way up to scoring the Haumana, which was a wonderful moment in my life working with Kaleo Wolford.
Okay, so you get that? Here's a guy that likes metal, but he's scoring, he's composing for the Haumana, for Kaleo Wolford, which is just mind-boggling, amazing. He's got love for different genres of music. So I'm wondering, where does this guy get like the inspiration to write? Because from what I understand and from talking to him, he has a joy in melodic, in I don't want to say comfortable, in relaxing. That's the word I was looking at. Relaxing music that makes you decompress and just totally let go. And so I asked him about that, where does he get inspired to write?
I think my zone actually is in the water, surfing, and I get motivated out there. I mean, you're for me, I'm surfing, but in between waiting for sets or whatever the case is, I'm always composing in my head. I just seem to really go into overdrive in the creative aspect in my composition in my head while I'm surfing. And then the other thing that motivates me is I'm just so ecstatic, even though I'm an older composer, when I go on YouTube and I find all these brilliant young artists that are pushing the limits of music in so many different ways. The old school days of radio and TV kind of funneled to the listener what the hits were, but what YouTube and technology has done is completely given the people's elbow to that methodology, and now everybody's exposed to finding incredible talent. And that to me is motivation. I see young people out there writing great pieces of music, or people who don't get the opportunity to go through the old school methods to release something on YouTube, and you just go, oh my goodness, this has been out here the whole time, and now we get to hear it. So that's a chicken skin motivation for me is to just go, oh my gosh, look at this talent out here.
So the reason why that we're bringing this up, because, it seems to work hand in hand. We talked to Jake a little bit earlier, who was talking about having not a contest, but a way to feature original music, new music. We've got Gibi DeBarrio, who's also coming up and saying he's amazed by what young people are coming up with. So it's all tying together to see these wonderful talents of younger people, the younger generation, just come out like this. I'm going to put the full interview on in the description. You'll find it on youtube.com/BillyV. Just look for Billy V live interviews. You'll find people like we had Josh Totofi, we had Angela from Naleo, Kimie Minor, and a bunch more. You'll find those interviews there. GB's will be there too. He also talks about it, for those of you that are musicians, the concepts of the business side of composition music. So you can hear what he has to say. Now, with that said, I kind of took him for a left turn. And this was a surprise. I mean, didn't mean to surprise him, but it's like I'm looking at his, screen, my screen, and I see him and his room. Well, over in the side of the room, and I'm going to take this video back a little bit. If you look in the side of the room, see over there in the corner, I'm going to put my box right over there. See, right where I am right now? That corner there. I spot some stuff that's back there, and it looks like puppets or something. So I stop him in the middle of the interview, and I say, "What is that?" The response was not what I was expecting.
I'll keep this really short. A few years ago, I had an opportunity. I was actually having the time of my life as a tour guide at Kualoa Ranch, and I loved every bit of it. And one of the things we did over there was with the dinosaurs. You take a dinosaur figurine, people go ah, and they try to, and you may take a picture. It looks like a dinosaur's eating you. I wanted to try something different. I bought a professional ventriloquist puppet because it was killer and it looked great. Didn't quite work out for the property. It was too big. But one thing led to another, and here I am with this expensive ventriloquist puppet, and I started yapping away. I sucked, of course, at the very beginning. I got a little better. Then I told a joke on Facebook with my then puppet, and somebody had said, you're not that good, but you got to contact this guy, Seymour Kazmierski from Make Him Smile, because they do hospital visits. And that's the big turn in my life. When I had the opportunity to do my very first visit at Shriners Hospital with my puppet, I was hooked. I mean, hooked. So I bought more puppets. I got my characters developed and stuff. And now what I do is I just specialize in children's hospital visits, room-to-room visits for kids that are in long-term critical care therapy, cancer and stuff. And so Shriners out here, Honolulu, Kapiolani, Kaisers, Kuala and then I was about to do a 100 hospital tour in 2020 when the COVID hit, and I was already partially funded for that. And that is my passion. That is my old man pivot passion. I will always be a composer. I love music, but the thing with the children is huge. And it's my nonprofit, Abba Jeeves, which stands for Grandpa Jeeves initiative. And so with that, I also release music for free for kids and their families to download from the website and stuff. And that's what it is. You just put me in a very soft kind of emotional moment there, but I love it. There's nothing more that I want to do for the rest of my life, truly, than to entertain the children in the hospitals. And if I could make a living doing it, meaning like a small living, enough to pay for gas and stuff, and I would be on the road constantly. I'd eat Snickers bars, candies, and get to the next hospital because it is such a joy.
Okay, James, I'm going to hold you for a second here. I'm going to take this one step further just for a moment. Forgive me. I'd like you to walk me in through what would be a typical hospital visit. So, puppet in hand.
Really, you're gonna make me cry.
You're there, and you're about to walk into a room. What are you thinking? Because that's got to be. You're actually a performer, so you're going to go in there and perform. But usually, sometime in there, things turn a little bit, and it starts to tug in your heart. I'm guessing. Kind of walk me through that.
It's I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I've done it, and it is an emotional thing. But for some reason, through the power of God and whatever, I am able to. I go to the hospitals. I'm totally jazzed to do this, and I don't think about what I'm going into. I think about the joy that I'm bringing for the children, the parents especially, and the laughs for the staff. But yeah, there is. You come around the corner, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. The person who's guiding me around from room to room will give me a quick breakdown and say, "Hi, okay, her name is so and so." He or she doesn't tell me about the condition, but they will warn me about how much gear might be around them to stay at a distance or something like that. And then they go in and they ask the parents if it's okay, and 90% of the time it is. And I come around the corner, and most of the times it's kids that are, tethered up to these machines and stuff. A lot of times the parents are actually in the bed with the child and stuff. I mean, I can't imagine what's going on there. But when I go in, it's time to smile. I always lead with my puppet. I always permission, even though the volunteer says it's cool to come in. I will ask with the puppet, man, and then I just start talking with the child. It could be many different things. I've got to assess the room. I'm improv. Every room is improv. I have to look at the room. I have to see, what's around and stuff. And then I do my thing. I stay between 3 and 5 minutes, and I leave. I go to the next one, and like in the case of Los Angeles, there's over 350 beds at the LA hospital, the children's hospital there. Fortunately, I was only in the one wing, But after about five or six rooms, I got to take about 5 minutes to just kind of breathe, because there are some things that I see that I can't. I don't. I'm at a loss of words. With the parents having to go through what they're going through, the kids. I think for me, the power, the glory of what it is that I do is just to be able to see the kid distracted for 5 minutes and turn around and go, "Wow!" And I get in there and I do my thing, and they get excited. So that emotional feeling is my addiction, and I love it, and I'm going to do it forever and ever and ever and ever.
Chiba DeBario for you. And while I wanted to share it because we do concerning music on this show, when I found that little nugget there and didn't realize that just by asking what was in the background of the room, didn't realize that it would be a story about kids, about giving back, and it was unusual, but it brings a smile to your face to know that there's people like that want to give. So GB Del Barrio today on the broadcast. Well, you can see the full interview coming up. We'll post it afterwards at youtube.com/BillyV, and look for it under Billy V Live Interviews. On this Aloha Friday, coming up here, we're going to go through we are going to talk about some of the events coming up. Okay, that's coming up in a couple of moments here for you. What we want to do is we want to talk about Pop-Up Makeke for a couple of moments. Pop-Up Makeke, boy, it's been crazy, for lack of a better term, because the amount of orders, I should go back for a couple of moments. With everything that's been happening with COVID, there has been a Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement who has stepped up. You've got all kinds of small businesses that make things of cultural value or from our Aina, and they sell it at Merry Monarch Festival. But when Merry Monarch Festival went, then they have no place to go. And they had all of the stuff that they had made for the year and saved up for Merry Monarch. But, so they were kind of stuck, and small businesses were suffering. Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement came up with Pop-Up Makeke, so we've been doing this on television. And it's been completely awesome. So one of the problems that they've had, though, is that it's been so successful that they have been backlogged since Black Friday. So they are asking for your patience in the delivery of all this, and they've had community partners that have come in from Hawaiian Airlines, Bank of Hawaii, City and County of Honolulu, and they've been coming in to help Pop-Up Makeke with deliveries. Sometimes using the Postal Service, packing the things up, boxing and shipping, and on Oahu, they've been shipping them directly to people or delivering them by car. Sometimes not even, Postal Service, just taking it, delivering it. So Pop-Up Makeke asks for your patience, and they're working on it. We do have Pop-Up Makeke coming up this coming Sunday night, and it will feature Lim family. They will be in the house, and so we hope that you will join us for Pop-Up Makeke coming up this coming Sunday. Let's go ahead and get you into some of the weekend events because, boy, there are a lot of events that are coming up that is on our radar. So let's go ahead and check some of these out. All right, sometimes we try to get you in to the Pop-Up Makeke studios. I'm not sure if we're able to do that today. We'll try to do that before the end of the show. We're just going to highlight a couple of things. These are all live stream events. So coming up today, Hawaii Women in Filmmaking with a live stream today. Beat Lele's tribute to the Beatles, Blue Note Hawaii, Honolulu Museum of Art, and HIF and Aloha Drive-In Movies. So that's happening today. Tomorrow, Salt Lake Shopping Center has drive-in movies. So if you want to do that. The Elevations has a live stream at Blue Note. Diamond Head Theater has their live stream with Michael Bingham. That's going to be an hour-long one. Hawaii Institute for Music Enrichment and Learning Experiences. That's the, is that Mele program? Honolulu Community College? No, different. Oh, okay. No. You know what? That's the steel guitar showcase that from Maunawili that Gail was talking about. So there it is there. Hawaii Theater, Tau Dance Theater, and Henry Kapono is always live streaming Dukes on Sunday, Dukes Waikiki. Also, just know that, and you know what? I should still have that here. No, you're fine. Yeah, coming up this afternoon at 4 o'clock. So right after our stream, or thereabouts, it's coming up in about 18 minutes. Aloha Kaliki Maka concert under the Maui Stars. Maui Tribe is putting that on. That's Maui Ohana, Uncle Willie K's record company. They invite you to sit back, relax, decompress with your worries, or from your worries, while you enjoy sweet island-style melodies. They'll go from 4 to about 8 o'clock. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but Uncle Willie K, he would donate to agencies through the years with concerts, highlighting the lack of food and supporting like Maui Food Bank, Hawaii Food Bank, helping numerous musicians in need. They have done over 60,000 pounds of food on each island, 450 boxes of Christmas dinners on Maui annually, and they still give back in Willie's name. So if you want to make a donation, or you want to see, or you want to watch them, they're coming up at 4 o'clock on the Facebook page. And then coming up, a rebroadcast of the Kaleo Papa concert, brought to you by Ka'ohana o Kaleo Papa. It'll be available through January 3rd. That will be streaming online. Just some of the weekend events, and there are a lot of them there for you right here on Billy V Live. We're going to have some, let's see, Kaleo Boi Kia, and we're going to have him here for you in just a couple of moments. But you know what? We'll have him right after we do this. You know, we're going to kind of switch it up for you for the moment. That is coming up for you. Kaleo Boi was, yeah, I think so. So, you know, we'll go ahead and play the music video first, and then we'll come back to that. Kaleo Boi does Motivational Mondays. So we'll get ready for Kaleo Boi in just a couple of moments. We'll bring him up. Right now, this is music video for you. This is Patrick Landeza. He's got a brand new song, brand new single, and a brand new music video that he has dropped. It is called Home. He wrote this while he was on the tarmac on Kauai on a Hawaiian Airlines flight, and he was thinking about home. Check out the music video.
Even though I'm far, far away from home, I'll never ever feel alone. The island breeze is whispering to me. It's not about the distance between land or sea, really where you plant your feet. 'Cause home lives in memories and me. Home, 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 I swear nothing can replace the warmth of your embrace. I said home, home, home. It doesn't matter where I plant my feet, Hawaiian skies will always be with me. Oh, I'm grounded like a rock, and I just know one thing: the island's beauty is in my thoughts. 'Cause home is the reason why I sing. Home, 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 I swear nothing can replace the warmth of your embrace. I said home, home, home. doesn't matter where I plant my feet. Hawaiian skies will always be with me. Hawaiian skies will always be with me. Oh, I'm grounded like a rock, and I just know one thing. The island's beauty is in my thoughts, 'cause home is the reason why I sing. Home, 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 I swear nothing can replace the warmth of your embrace. I said home, home, home. It doesn't matter where I plant my feet. Hawaiian skies will always be with me. Hawaiian skies will always be with me.
All right, there you go. Once again, that is music from Patrick Landeza for you, and it's called Home. That is brand new for you here.
Aloha, Billy V, my brother. Big mahalo once again for inviting me back on the show. It is another beautiful day in Hawaii, and another Inspire You message of the week for all of your loyal fans out there. And it goes a little something like this. Kindness is a gift that everyone can afford to give. You see, folks, as we go through another holiday season trying to find the perfect gifts for the special people in our lives, do not forget that sometimes a little bit of love, a little bit of kindness, and a whole lot of aloha is all that anybody needs to uplift their spirits and to make them feel special. So your challenge this week, guys, is simple. Give the ultimate gift. Give the gift of aloha to every single person that you know. Because let's face it, everybody loves and appreciates a little bit of aloha. That right there is your Inspire You message of the week. Billy V, I love you, brah. All of my aloha to you and your ohana. Have a great day, a great week, and I'll see you everybody next time. Kaleo Boi Kia here. Peace, love, and aloha. Chee!
All right, Kaleo Boi Kia for you. Nice round of applause for him. Thank you very much, brother. That does it for our edition of the show. So real quickly here, I want to remind you that if you get the chance to, go ahead and if you're over on the YouTube side or you want to head over to YouTube side, make sure that you're hitting the like button and the subscribe button. See the subscribe button right there? Go ahead and hit that so that way that would help us immensely. Or if you're over on the Facebook side, all you got to do is share. Oops, Kaleo, thank you very much, sir. We're going to bring you out of there and we're going to bring it back to me. Hey, on behalf of our crew here, Ma Lamo Pono, Aloha Ahui Ho, and thank you very much for having us here. We'll leave you with a little bit more of Patrick Landeza's song as we say aloha from Honolulu. We'll see you. We will have a Christmas Day show. It'll be a little bit shorter because we're going to not, you know what? It's going to be a totally relaxed show. I've just decided. I am deciding this now. It's going to be a totally relaxed show because usually we try to be a little bit broadcast, a little bit on the professional side, but I think we're just going to bring your favorite beverage. Okay?
Who's bringing the eggnog?
Okay, somebody bring eggnog? Is that what you're really? You're
No, I'm bringing sake.
okay. Somebody, sake, whiskey. Oh, can we say it's the internet. It doesn't matter what we say. Almost. Okay. See you guys later. Mahalo mopono. Aloha a hui ho.
Always be with me. Hawaiian skies will always be